from Springville, Utah, and I'm excited to get on and share a few things tonight with all of those that are tuning in from all over North America. As we're getting ready to really put a push here in North America, guys, I can't tell you how excited I am as I've traveled the globe to share Rain with individuals all around the world and how it's affecting their lives. Now, what I want to do tonight is I just want to make sure that you get your questions answered. Tonight, if you have something to write with, and write on, and make sure that you have that handy and get back with the person that invited you on this webinar so you can get your questions answered. We kind of have a unique situation that I'm going to explain here, and I want to be up front and let you know that I'm not the type of guy that's just here to rah-rah and give you a lot of hype and nonsense. What I want to do is I want to give you some facts and figures, and I want you guys to see that what we're talking about is real. And I know that the reason that I like facts, figures, numbers, history is because it's not my opinion. It's just fact. And so if we look at the facts, hopefully you'll see by the time I'm done tonight why we're so excited about Rain International and why we're accomplishing the things that we're accomplishing all around the world, and now turning our focus to actually where the company and the headquarters is located, and that's in North America. And guys, my name is Byron Belka. I'm 36 years old. I'm nothing special. I grew up in a family with 6 children. I now have a family of my own with 4 children. And I've just had a couple of opportunities presented in front of me in life that, one, I recognize as an opportunity, and 2, I did something about it. And so really, just to kind of give you a little bit of background on this company and how it came to be and what's going on. As I started a mortgage company when I was 24 years old, hit the refi boom when interest rates went from, if you remember, 7.5% down to 5%, and everybody wanted to refinance their home in the U.S. And I was in the right place at the right time, and that was the first time that I'd ever really caught in a major trend. And it didn't matter that I didn't have a lot of experience. It didn't matter that I was young. I was in the right place at the right time. And once you have a chance to experience a trend like that, you're always looking for the kind of the next opportunity. And over 10 years ago, guys, I found something. Now, I live in Utah, and Utah is known for, network marketing companies and direct sell companies. And people either have a good opinion about it or a bad, where I'm from. And I had joined a couple of network marketing companies and not had a lot of success at all, and mainly because I didn't really do anything. It wasn't really something that excited me. But when I was doing my mortgage company, I had a friend of mine that used to sign me up in all the companies, even though I didn't ever do anything, and he contacted me about something new. And I really wasn't that interested, but I joined him for the same reason that I usually joined him in the past, and that was, sure, I'll try the product, sure, I'll try it, and really, it got him off of my back. But he made me commit to something and do something that I hadn't done before, and he wanted me to meet an individual. And I sat down with a man who was a multimillionaire in the industry, who for the first time got me excited because he taught me how to do it like a business. He showed me how to do it like a business, and he said the reason that most people fail in this industry, in network marketing, is because they don't treat it like a business. And so I actually got involved with that company, was able to hit the top level of that company when I was 28 years old, was getting paid out over 11 different countries. And I don't tell you this because I think I'm something neat or something special. The only reason I tell you this is because I want you to know that you're talking to somebody that has done it. I have done it. I do know what we're doing here and what we're talking about. And out of everything that I've seen in the nutritional arena, which is one of the trends that we're going to talk about tonight, what we're here to share with you in Rain, I have never seen. And I am excited to be able to be the one to head up with a lot of our key people the cause and what we're doing here at Rain and helping so many people around the world with our product and with our opportunity. And so when I joined Rain, guys, I joined as a distributor to help open different countries around the globe. And I went over to Eastern Europe to help get things going, as well as Southeast Asia. And, we had things happening, and this was the first time that I was dealing with Rain and Rain products, and out of all of my years dealing with a lot of nutritional products, I had never seen so many people have a positive result and a positive effect on one product. I've never seen that happen before. And I knew that there was something unique and there was something special. And I wanted to make sure that this wasn't something that went the wrong direction. And that owners at the time, they really didn't understand the industry. They weren't capitalized well, and it wasn't going right. To make a long story short, guys, I believed in this so much that I went out there and I got investors and I got people to believe in this thing, and we actually purchased it. So here I am, the president of Rain International, and you're probably thinking, you know what, you're going to say these things because you're the president and you get paid a lot of money to say these things. But guys, it's actually the opposite. And that is, we put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in over 7 figures to be able to have this opportunity and to be able to secure this opportunity for you. Okay? And we've put millions and millions of dollars into this, and we're not asking you to do anything like that tonight. Okay? But I just want you to know that we have put our money where our mouth is. This isn't something that's just a game for us. So as we go through this tonight, I want you to know that we're serious about it. And we treat it serious, and we're looking for people that are serious and want to make a serious change in their life. Now, in business, one of my mentors taught me that you need to be able to do something that really affects people's lives. You know, if we don't have a product that's real, if we don't have a solution that can help people, then we're just wasting our time. And so we got to go out there and help people with a big problem. And if you can help people with a big problem, then it really, the money and success is attracted to you because of the fact that you have something that people want. And we're going out there and we're educating and we're trying to differentiate ourselves, and we are differentiating ourselves with what we have, because nobody is doing what we're doing the way we're doing it. All right? And so there's a lot of different things that our products can do. This health and wellness boom is one of the fastest growing booms in the world. Okay, the past couple of years in America, especially in the United States, guys, the economy hasn't been too hot. Unemployment's been high, but guess what still is at an all-time high? Gym memberships are at an all-time high. Plastic surgery is at an all-time high. Supplementation is at an all-time high. It's a trend that's not going away. Everybody in the world is not going to wake up one day and just say, I don't care about how I feel or if I get sick or not. That's not going to happen. And with this being the information age with the internet, more people are becoming educated on the fact that they can do things themselves to help prevent and stay in a state of wellness. All right, and because of this, things are out of control in a good way as far as the boom in this industry. So the question is how do you get in front of that? I mean, there's a lot of people out there talking about a lot of different things, and even though our product can focus on a lot of things, I want to focus on one thing tonight and stress it a little bit more, and that is, guys, I know that a lot of people are looking for low-fat diets, they're looking for non-fat foods and all that stuff, like fat is bad. But I'm here, I want to show you something tonight, and that is you need it. You and I, for us to maintain and be healthy and be in a state of wellness, we need fat. The problem is, what kind are you getting? That's one of the questions I want to pose tonight. But if we look at this real quick, there was a book that came out in 1986 to talk about fats that heal and fats that kill. Good oils can heal you or help you, and bad oils can kill you, basically, is what this book is talking about. And as I mentioned, as you can see here, you have 60 trillion cells in your body, and if we look at the cell membrane, 55% of the cell membrane is fat. It needs to be fat. Okay? And if you're not giving your body the good kind of fat, then it's going to put whatever it can get there. If you look at this, skin is 55% fat, guys. All right, and a lot of the skin disorders today they're saying are caused from obviously lack of oxygen flowing to the skin and to the cells, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit more later. If we look at the brain, you can see that the brain, as they're studying Alzheimer's, it looks like it's shrinking over time, and what's going on is it's losing its fat, and it's almost like a door and the hinges on a door. And when that door starts to squeak, if you want to make sure that it runs smoothly, you're going to put oil on it. The same thing for your brain. And as we age, we need to make sure that not only are we consuming the right kind of fat, but that we're consuming more of it. Your brain is 60% fat. So making sure that you cut fat out of your diet, that's not going to help you. because as I just showed you, we need it. And the problem is we're not getting the right kind. And the fats that we have that are out there are no longer the way that they used to be. They've been messed around with. And what I mean by that is if you eat meat, you have antibiotics and hormones in your body that weren't there years ago. Because this is how animals are raised. They're close. 80% of antibiotics in the United States are sold to animals, or are used on animals, let's say. Sold to farms or those people that are raising animals. Because when you put them in tight quarters like this, if one gets sick, they all get sick. So what do? They feed them antibiotics consistently so they can keep them well before they end up in the grocery store or wherever. And if you look at the chickens, nowadays a chicken can hatch and it's ready to be slaughtered in under 45 days. That's not normal. How are they able to do that? They're able to do that through hormones. All right? So these fats that we're getting in our body, these animal fats, aren't what they used to be. In fact, they're full of things today that weren't there years and years ago. So it's not the same. Seeds, nuts, vegetable oil, this is stuff that's healthy and good for you if it's not messed around with. But once again, it's been messed around with. You can have peanut butter or Nutella in your cupboard for how many months before it goes bad? Okay, we're talking about peanuts, peanut oil. I mean, that's usually when it hits oxygen, it starts to oxidize and go rancid. How come it can stay in your cupboard for months and months at a time and nothing happens? It's because we've added things to it. We've changed things. And what's going on is now it's full of chemicals and preservatives, and we have trans fats in them, which now more and more foods are trying to promote that they don't have trans fats because there's so many things that do. It's in cookies, it's in crackers, it's in cereals, it's in you name it, it's in butter. I mean, these trans fats are manipulated by man, and it's not natural, so it's harder for your body to recognize. So there's a lot of things out there. Now, when I say peanut oil, where would you guess that comes from? Probably peanuts. If I were to say most oils, if I said coconut oil, you're going to say it comes from coconuts. But if you go to your grocery stores and you see oil on the shelf, cooking oil, you can say canola oil. Where does that come from? Well, you're probably going to say canola. Well, there's no such thing as canola. Where does it come from? It actually was invented and derived up in Canada. And once again, it's messed around with, guys. It's not the type of oil that, once again, you can have that sit in your cupboard for how long before it goes bad. Now, the problem with these types of fats, since they're not natural, is your body has a harder time dealing with it. And I want to show you some statistics really quick. Now, if we look at the Center of Disease Control, this comes from in the United States, and we look at the U.S., okay, and I'm going to show this as an example in the U.S., but this is something that's happening on a global basis. Back in 1990, if you look at the states, you're going to see that there's different colors. Now, we're looking to see which states have an overweight or obesity percentage rate of population of 10%, up to 10% on the lighter blue, and between 10 to 14% on the darker blue. Now, watch what happens over the next 20 years. I want to show you something. Right, look at 91. Oh, there's another higher percentage now. Oops, now they're all light blue. We got dark blue starting to take over. Oh, now there's some yellow. Okay, and that's it. As we start to go 2000. Oh, now there's a new color. Oops, let's see. Oh, now we've got red, and we're going up to 30% plus of the population being overweight or obese. And we're only talking about a 20-year time frame, guys. I'm showing you a 20-year time frame. Now, I don't have the statistics in front of me, but if I had them, I would bet you that if we looked back at 1900 and I could show you a similar map with similar statistics from 1900 to 1920, what type of change do you think you'd see? I think you'd see probably none. So what has changed? What has changed is what we're putting in our body, the types of foods that we're putting in our body, the types of fats that we're putting in our bodies, that our bodies have a harder time dealing with and getting rid of. All right? And nobody can look at what I just showed you statistically and tell me that there's not a problem. In 20 years, that big of a drastic change in the United States. And it's not just here. I go everywhere and travel all around the world, and no matter where I go, I can always find a McDonald's and I can always find a Kentucky Fried Chicken. And more, fast food joints are starting up and showing up all over the world. And it's not just the fast food, guys. Like I said, these trans fats are in almost every cracker and cookie that you can show me, and they call it something else too. They call it partially hydrogenated soybean oil or this oil, but if you see partially hydrogenated, it's been messed around with. All right? Now, there's even an oil that's worse than the two that I've just showed you so far, and that is petroleum oil. And you're probably thinking to yourself, well, I don't consume oil, crude oil, petroleum oil. It's not made for the body. Why would I be consuming that? Well, you're right. It is not made for the body, but we put it on our bodies, we absorb it, and we consume it daily. All right, whether you know it or not, whether it's the skin creams that you put on, the lotions, the shampoo, the cleaning supplies, the cleansers, majority of prescriptions are petroleum-based. If you look at all these colors, look at on the cookie or those colors, the bright blues and yellows and reds, where do you find that in nature? You don't. See, that's petroleum-based. Those colors are petroleum-based, and our kids are eating them, and we're eating them, and we're consuming them, and they're getting into our body and getting deposited into our cells and into our brain and everything else that we need fat in. All right? Now, the problem with this is it's not the fact that, it's not made for the body, but what happens is this petroleum oil creates xenoestrogens. And, a man is supposed to have more testosterone than estrogen, and a woman's supposed to have more estrogen than testosterone. But as a woman goes out there and gets these extra xenoestrogens, maybe from the stuff that they're putting on their bodies or the stuff that they're consuming, when your hormones aren't balanced, a lot of things can happen, and they're not good. Whether we're talking about, being harder to lose weight, whether we're talking about, depression, or a lot of things worse that I can't talk about on a webinar like this, so you can go do your own research on. All right, now a man is even worse, because when a man gets these extra xenoestrogens, and now they have more estrogen in their body than testosterone. And when that happens, it's hard for a man to be a man. All right, and there's a lot of other things besides, like I said, depression, a lot of these things that are affecting. I mean, there's a book, and there's some studies out there now that are saying, the sperm counts are now down 50% from where the average man used to be years ago, and we're messing with our hormones by the animal fats that we're eating. We're messing with our hormones by these xenoestrogens that we get from petroleum. Now, even if you really, really, really tried to avoid this stuff, it comes in contact with you daily. So what do you do? How do you cope with that? Well, I'm going to show you some things here. All right. Now, there was a study that was done that actually won the Nobel Prize in 1931, and this was done by a doctor, a German doctor, Warburg, and this is another thing that I want to bring up with these oils, because it's hard for petroleum oil. It's hard for oxygen to get through that. And what this doctor was able to prove is that if a cell is deprived of its oxygen for 35%, it may become cancerous. It may. And he says that the body requires special fats that, among other important things, there are a lot of other important functions, but among those important functions, it makes it possible for sufficient oxygen to reach the cell. All right? Now, if you don't have those required special fats, you're going to probably have problems with the oxygen getting to the cells like they should, according to these studies. Now, the last statement is what I think is really important, and he called these essential fatty acids. And he says these special fats must be supplied from outside the body every day. So your body doesn't make them. You need to consume them. Now, from a business standpoint, I want to look at two things here. First thing is this. When you're dealing with the demographic, or you're going to go into business and have a product, what do you want to focus on? See, I would never sell bow ties, or I would never sell neckties. Why? Because there's a small demographic of people that need them. Not every man even has one, let alone women and children. They don't need them. All right? And another thing is, I would never sell Tupperware. Not that it's not a good product, but because it has a lifetime guarantee. Now, those are two principles in business that I think are very, very important. And why do I say that? Well, out there, we have a product that can help. We have a product that can help people get them the good fats in their body, among a lot of other things that they need. All right? Now, who out there is eating bad fat, and who out there needs the good fat? Every single person from cradle to grave. Okay, we have the largest demographic of consumer base that we can help. What's the other key point that I just brought up? That is, here's what it says right here. It needs to be supplied from outside the body. How often? Once a year? No, every day. So if we can provide this product for people and add real value to their lives, okay, and they consume it, they're going to want more, and they're going to need more. They need more. So this is something that not only can you go out there and promote once, but as you build this network and as you get out there and help people, this is something that they should take every day for the rest of their life. And that's what I call a real opportunity. Okay, guys? And that's what we're looking for. So here are these massive trends. We've got everybody that you probably know eating the wrong type of fats, among a lot of other things that they need to support and stay in that wellness and that state of wellness. How do we get in front of this? Well, we do something that other people aren't doing in a way that other people aren't doing it. What we have in our product, and I'm going to share with you in a minute, and how we do it, you can't get anywhere else but us. And that's another way for us to position, and another way that I believe we've created an enormous opportunity for you, and hopefully you see that by the time we're done here talking tonight. And like I said, I like numbers. I like to look at numbers in history because history tends to repeat itself. And if we look in this industry at some of the companies that have come before us that focus on wellness, okay, we see that over 50 years ago there were companies that started with herbs. And the network marketing companies that started and focused on this aspect of health. If you look back, you can see that they've done billions of dollars in sales. And they've created hundreds and hundreds of millionaires, multi-millionaires. And that is a fact. All right? And then after this, what happened next is there were some companies in this industry that focused on pills and capsules. And some of the first companies in network marketing that focused on pills and capsules, what do you think happened? Okay, if we look back, they created billions of dollars in sales and created hundreds and hundreds of millionaires. Fact. Now, I know I probably sound like a broken record, but next was essential oils. And what do you think happened with the first companies that started there? Billions in sales and hundreds of millionaires. In fact, there are companies now coming out with essential oils again, reverting back to what worked in the past. All right, what happened after that? Superfruits. I'm sure you've heard of noni juice and noni fruit and acai berry and mangosteen and all these super juices and superfruits out there. The first companies in network marketing that focused on superfruits, you guessed it, billions in sales and hundreds of millionaires. All right? So what could possibly next? What could possibly be next? What could be the next thing? Well, if you look at these things and we look at herbs and we look at these superfruits and we look at the essential oils and all these different things, where do they come from? Every single one of these things comes from one thing. And here at Rain International, what we're doing is we're going to the source of nutrition, and we are the first company in network marketing history to focus 100% on seeds. Seeds are where the power is, guys. Seeds is where it's all at. And you don't even need to be a scientist, even though we have the science to back it up, for it to make sense that everything is in the seed that is needed for that seed to duplicate itself and reproduce itself as a plant or a vegetable or whatever it's going to be. It's naturally concentrated. And through the seeds, what we do is we use a cold press process where we either press out the oils or we grind them into what we call a NutriFlour. And the reason that we use cold press is because we don't want the heat to disturb or destroy the power of the oil that's in these seeds and the nutrients that are in them. We want to bring them to the public and to you in the purest form possible. All right? But what we've been able to discover is that the seeds have 20 to 30 times more potency gram for gram than any other part of a fruit or vegetable. It's naturally concentrated, as I talked about. And the benefits of this product are even that much more intense because of the concentrated amount that people can get through the seed. Now, what's in this product? Well, we've got three main seeds that are in there. We have the black cumin seed, the black raspberry seed, and the black grape seeds. Just so you guys know, right now there are 6 patents on black cumin seeds and what it's been able to do to help people. 5 of them are in the U.S. and 1 of them is in the U.K. already, on how powerful this ingredient, this product is. And what we've done and what we've learned through our research is that when you mix black cumin with other products, not only is it a powerful effect on its own, but it enhances those things that are mixed with it. So as we use black raspberry seed, which has some very powerful cardiovascular and antioxidant properties, as well as boosting your immune system, and we use grape seeds, Chardonnay grape seed, which has resveratrol, which right now on the planet is the most powerful anti-aging antioxidant that we know of. Okay, mixed with black cumin, black cumin, it goes back thousands and thousands of years. It's mentioned in the Bible. It's mentioned in the Quran. It's when they opened up Tutankhamun's tomb, or you look in the pharaoh's tombs, there's either black cumin oil or they're buried in black cumin seed. As this is something that's been used for thousands and thousands of years. You can go to a health food store right now. You're not going to find what we have, the black cumin that we use. We have to import this from halfway around the world before we do all the processes to get it ready to put in the packets to give to the world. And so there's a lot of different things that this product does. Okay, let me just give you, my goal tonight is not to go into too much detail. I could spend an hour or two just on the product and all the benefits here. But 1 gram of black cumin in one study was proven to be as powerful as 1 gram, or actually 281 times more powerful than 1 gram of aspirin without any known side effects. Okay, anti-inflammation is a huge thing. Making sure that your immune system is strong is a huge thing. All right, making sure that you have those essential fatty acids that don't come from animal, they come from seed. Okay, if you want to get the bad oils out of your body, there's one way to do it. Is it drink a lot of water? Have you ever tried to mix oil and water together? They don't mix. How about just increase your intake of antioxidants and vitamins? Will that cleanse it out? No. How you clean it out is you replace it with good oil. Bad oil can be cleaned out with good oil. It's almost like when you're in the shower. If you're sweaty and you get in the shower and you don't use soap, you don't really feel clean. Excuse me. Soap has oil in it. And when you use a good oil on your body, or you're using oil, it can clean oil. And you need to do the same thing just like you shampoo your hair. You need to shampoo the cells of your body from the inside out, and you do that by taking good oils. And in Soul, we have those oils, okay, in a way that is in individual packets so that you don't have a big old bottle that you open and it starts to oxidize. It's individually kept. We don't put sodium benzoate in it. It's 100% natural. And like I said, we're giving you the seed. And that's why everywhere I go all around the world, I can't tell you how many people come up to me and thank me for the opportunity that we have given them, not just for the business side, but for how many people this is benefiting. And it's actually very, very rewarding and humbling as I travel around and meet all these people and see that this really is making a difference. This flat out works, guys. It flat out works. And if you don't trust me, just get on it yourself. Get with the person that got you on the webinar. Take some packets of this product and do it over time. We've got, I said, so many testimonials on this product and the benefits from just giving your body what it needs. This isn't a miracle product. I don't believe in a miracle product. The miracle is your body. And if you give your body what it needs, it can do what it needs to do. But if it doesn't have it, how can it do it? It can't do it. So you need to give it what it needs. And that's why I like to tell people that this is just more than a supplement. Now, if we look at just, like I said, the concentrated benefit of the seed, one packet of Soul is like having 8 to 10 servings of fruits in a day, 8 to 10 servings of vegetables in a day, and 2 to 3 servings of healthy fats. Now, I'm not saying don't go out there and eat other healthy things, but I'm telling you, 90% of the population isn't getting anywhere near this. All right? This is a way to close the gap on the nutrients and things that you should be getting in your body that you're not getting. All right? And so Soul is essential. It's not just a supplement. It is essential because it has essential things like those essential fatty acids that I showed you the study on that the body needs. These are essential nutrients that your body needs, essential cell protection through antioxidants and other things that your body needs to maintain a state of wellness. All right? So as we get onto this next part, the product is real, and we can go into this, like I said, in depth, and this is one of the reasons why I was willing to do what I was willing to do and go out there and get the people that we needed to take this company over and secure it, because, like I said, I'd never seen something as powerful as this. Being out in the world, and I've been doing this with a lot of different products for over 10 years. Okay, and soul is real. All right. So now what I want to share with you is, guys, we've spent, as I mentioned, millions and millions of dollars to secure this, to invest into it, to do it, everything, and we're willing to share it with you. And there's a huge opportunity. Now, we started when we first took this company over. We licensed some markets from them, from the old owners in Southeast Asia and in Eastern Europe. All right, so that when we bought the whole thing outright, that's still where we focused, because that's where we started. We hadn't put the focus in North America like we could or should have, because that's where we started and that's where a majority of our resources were. So you have a unique situation now where we've been around for 2 years as Rain International. All right? It's kind of like a startup company without the startup headaches as far as where we're at here. And we've got one of the biggest melting pots in the world here in North America that's basically untouched. Basically untouched. We should be able to do millions and millions and help tens of thousands of people here in North America. And I know we're going to do that. And you're hearing about this now, and you have a chance to be a part of it now, guys, and position yourself in front of what we're about to do. So I want to show you some of the benefits of how we've set this up and the structure. All right? So in a traditional plan, let's say that's you, and you're building the business, and you're building the team and a network of people that are interested in going out there and changing their life. And that's another big trend and another big problem out there, and that is people are looking for additional ways to make income. A lot of people have lost hope in corporate America. They've lost hope in the fact that they're just going to have a retirement waiting for them. All right? And almost like your health, if you don't go out there and do something for yourself, there's no guarantees on anything. All right? So more and more people are looking for additional ways to build something that's theirs. And we have that opportunity that can help them create something in their life that they can do part-time, they can do full-time, that they can do whatever they want to do to start to create this additional or this side income, whether it's creating an extra couple $100 a month or whether it's totally replacing their income 2, 3, 4, 10, 100 times over. All right? Now, in a traditional setting, as you go out there and you find people that are either sick and tired of being sick and tired or that are passionate about our product because of the results that they've gotten on it, and they want to join it and share the good news, you're going to put people in kind of a straight line where they just go next to each other, as you can see here. And that's kind of the traditional way of building. But the thing is it makes it a little bit more difficult because we teach that this is teamwork. But, when I was building years ago, if I had, per se, a team in Asia, and that stemmed from, you can see Stu there. Then I've got Jen that has a team in the U.S. Well, now when I'm in Asia, I'm not helping Jen. And when I'm in the U.S., I'm not helping Sue. And when I'm in either of those areas, I'm not really helping Tim or Lee or anybody else. And if we say this is a team approach and it's teamwork, it's not really teamwork if everybody's doing it all by themselves. All right? So what we've done is we've structured the same thing just a little bit differently, and let me show you how powerful it is. Because as people go out there and they generate volume through sales of the product, let's say each of them got 300 points worth of volume underneath of them. Once again, who does that volume benefit? That just benefits each of them individually and then you, but not each other as a team. Now, all we've done is we've created what's called a hybrid binary system that takes the best of multiple compensation plans and puts them into one thing and makes it powerful. Now, we take these exact same people and take this exact same volume and just structure it differently and make it a team approach. Now, in this scenario, what happens is you have two lines or two legs that can go down from your position. So I take those same 6 people and structure them differently. So after I have Tim and Sue, now I bring Lee into the business, I have to put them underneath somebody. And then Ken, and then Ben and Jen as this goes down. All right? And what happens is these people bring in those same type of volumes that we're talking about. Those volumes go up the team and accumulate, and other people can benefit off of it. More people can benefit off of it. Now, granted, Tim and Sue and Lee, they all have their 2 legs that they have to build. But for Tim, Lee and Ben is in one of his legs. And let's say he didn't even put them there. So this is a lot better way to build, because it is more of a team approach. Your people can be your people's people, can help each other, and you can benefit your people with new people that you bring in, guys. This is not just a one-way street like the old scenario is, where all those people, all the people they bring in benefits you, and all the people you bring in benefits you, and that's it. That's not teamwork. Teamwork is when it's structured a little bit differently, like we've structured. Same people, same volume, totally different outcome. Totally different outcome, guys. All right. Now the beautiful thing is now we look at the people opening up countries. So now let's say Sue goes and opens up Asia, and I'm working in Asia, where those people have to go down. So I'm benefiting Ken and Jen by working in Asia. Then Jen goes and opens up the U.S., and that continues to go down, and that benefits the people that are in line. Then we open up the next market, and the next market, and go up into Canada. We go down into Mexico. We go all over the place. Where does it have to go? It has to go down. Okay? And I hope you understand the power of that and the power that can mean for you and your team and your organization. It has to go. It has to. We have to build down. We can't just build wide. So I don't say that for you to just wait for somebody else to do it. What I'm saying is I say that so that you know that you can go out there and you can help and motivate the people you bring into your business with people that you bring into your business. And that is a powerful concept. Now, in this portion of the compensation plan, we pay up to $10,000 a week. So at the end of the week, we tally the points on both sides. I told you you have a left side and a right side. It doesn't matter if it's your person. It doesn't matter if it's your person's person or somebody above you, that this person that you didn't have anything to do with. Okay, we tally the total points on both sides. And we pay you 5% of both sides where it's even, or 10% of the lesser side. Now, it's the same thing, but let me explain what I mean by that. So there's 12,000 points. 5% of that is what? $600. Okay, it's matched evenly on the other side. There's 23,000 points, but there's at least 12,000, so that's where it's matched evenly. So we're going to take 12,000 and pay another 5% off of that, which is another $600. And so that's a total of $1,200. Or you can just say 10% of the lesser side was just $1,200. The same thing. It's a little easier math, but you actually do get paid 5% of both sides, just so you know. Now, as that week ends and you get paid that $1,200, all right, then what's going to happen is, as you see on the left side, you start the next week at 0, and notice that I said week. We pay out weekly. We call it Happy Friday. Every single Friday we pay out. So if you need some more money this week or next week, just work harder this week. We'll pay you next week. You're not having to wait a month or a month and a half to get commissions for stuff that you do this week, as we pay every single Friday, and I love that. So, so the next week on Sunday night, as the week ends and everything starts over again, you're going to start that week at 0 points on the one side, and then we're going to deduct the 12,000 points from the other side, so you have 11,000 points. Okay, so we don't just take the points away. We don't say, hey, just because you didn't match it, try harder next week to be a little bit more even so we can pay you better. We don't do that. We don't say try harder next time, which a lot of companies do. We call it breakage in the industry. It's a swear word. You know, breakage is a swear word because it just means it's money that goes back to the company that you don't get, even though maybe you did the work and your team did the work. So here's what you got to do. You got to be active and practicing what you preach, which you should be on the product anyway. If you're buying the product on a monthly basis, you're going to be active, and those points are going to wait for you, whether it takes a week, a month, or a year to catch up. They're there. That's awesome. We have people right now that have a couple million points banked on one side. You know, that there's a couple $100,000 in commissions that they have potentially to be paid if they just go work that other side. Okay, that's powerful. Powerful. Whether you have millions or not, guys, this is a powerful concept. All right, but we have another portion of the compensation plan that even pays more and is more lucrative. Now, we have a guaranteed payout of 50% of all the commissionable volume that comes into the company. So whatever's not paid in the binary tree goes over to the sponsor tree. Now, this is just a different view. Now, if you remember, in the binary tree, people go in the next available spot. So if you bring in a new person and the next available spot is 50 levels deep in the binary, you put them there underneath those 50 people or 49 people, and now that person's still yours. But if you look at the sponsor tree, it's a different view. It's going to take those people that you personally brought into the business and kind of more of a traditional view, show who brought who into the business. Now, this is where it gets really exciting because we bonus you off of how successful your people do. Okay, unlike the other way where I know a lot, and I don't want to get into it too much, but most people reward the wrong activity. Let me put it that way. So if you look at the light blue scenario and the light blue team, so you got one guy that gets 2, and there's 3 and 4, and then you can see down towards the bottom there's a person that goes bronze. You have a bronze executive. A bronze executive is somebody that has sponsored at least one person on each side of their business that's buying product. Okay? They have at least 1,500 points on their lesser side. It doesn't have to just come from all of them personally. 1,500 points on their lesser side, and they have one person that's a manager, which means they have 300 points on their lesser side somewhere. Guys, it's not that difficult to do, and you're a bronze. Now, when you're a bronze executive, you start to gen match in the sponsor tree. And so everybody that's in the light blue, no matter what they got paid commission-wise, you're going to get paid a percentage of that. I know last week the percentage was 12%. Like I said, we have a 50% guaranteed payout, so whatever's left over out of that 50% each week goes over there. So it can go 14%, 15%, 10%, 12%, depending on the week. But if you have one person that gets a $100 check and you have a 10% gen match that week, you're going to get $10 because they got 100. You have somebody that makes 3,000, you're going to make 300 because they made 3,000 as a bonus. And it's not just off of your people. It's off of their people, their people's people, their people's people, okay? 7 generations deep of leadership. 7 generations, not levels, generations. So if you can see in that light blue where that person at the bottom is a bronze executive, from that person up, that's all one generation, all right? And it's powerful. So guys, if we look at that, I want you just to see that this rewards the right activity. The binary is a team approach. We work as a team. We build down. We can benefit and help each other. The sponsor tree is a team approach. We have people making some pretty significant income in this company already. And the only reason that can happen, and the only way that can happen, is if they have a lot of people in their team and organization making a lot of money. Because they get bonus, the majority of their check's going to get bonused off of that. I told you in the binary you can make up to $10,000 a week. Okay, but in the sponsor tree, you can make tens of thousands of dollars a week, potentially. As more and more people see success, and long term as this thing starts to mature, and you get a percentage of how many people's commission checks, 10, 20, 100, 10,000. Guys, it gets exciting. Now, there's 7 ways that we pay. I'm only really talking about 2. We pay bonuses when people get into the business. We pay bonuses for you helping your people bring people into the business. We take a percentage of the company's overall volume and we share it with 3% of it, and we share it with the smallest ranks in the company to help the little guy and the new person that's getting started put some additional money in their pocket. We have lifestyle bonuses once you hit some higher ranks, where whether it's $200 to $500 extra every single week that we give you on top of everything else for you just to improve your lifestyle. And we have people right now getting those every single week. When we have people anywhere from $200 to $500 a week that are getting that, and it does improve their lifestyle. What if you're getting an extra $200 or $500 a week on top of everything else, an extra $2,000? Okay, you can go get a new car. You can go get whatever you're wanting to do. It's just, and that's exactly what we're talking about. Lifestyle bonuses improve and increase your lifestyle. Okay, so I'm going to get into this a little bit later, but let me just show you the power of this. And that is, do you know 4 people that are sick and tired of being sick and tired? Do you know 4 people that are eating the wrong type of fats, okay, that could see some benefits from our product? Of course you do. Okay, now if you can find 4 people that are interested into the business and want to team up with us and team up with you and come in with this same 3 Business Center, which I'm going to explain in a minute, what's going to happen is as a company, we're going to give you a bonus of $525 off the product that is in those kits that people purchase. We only make money when product's sold, guys. All right? And so, but let's see how this duplicates. Let's say you got your 4, you made $525. Okay, now your 4 go out there, and so you have 4 people now that go get 4 people each. So now you have your 4 plus 4, those 4 all get 4, so they have 16, so a total of 20. You're making $1,000 now. All right, but now you got those 16 that go out and get 4. That's $2,000. But what did I talk about our product? Okay, it's consumed daily and people need it daily. So if these people purchase and buy more product in the future again, you're going to make another $2,000 again and again and again and again every time this product is sold. So now you have 64 people that go out and get 4 people. Now you're making $8,000 a month. And I'm only focused on mainly one area of the compensation plan, guys. And this continues to grow. Now I know this might sound big, 33,000. And say, why are you, I'm not making claims that everybody's going to make this kind of money, but I'm just showing you the power of this. And the reason that I don't feel bad about showing you these numbers because we have people doing it already, okay, that are making double this every single month. And we're just getting started. And that's what's fantastic. And I believe we're going to create some of the biggest incomes in this industry. There's 1,024 people that get 4 people each. So we're talking about 5,000 people, right? Plus, and that might sound like a lot, and it is a lot, but we're talking about how many people in North America. Okay, do you believe that you can find 1,000 people that can get 4 each? Do you think that you can have 5, 6, 7,000 people? I know you can. Do you know why? Because in our other markets already, we've had over 40,000 people join us already. 40,000. And we haven't even scratched the surface, and we're, like I said, it's basically virgin territory here in North America. Okay, so the opportunity is enormous for those people that see the opportunity and willing to do something about it. All right. Now, there's 2 business options. If somebody wants to just purchase product, go ahead and purchase product. If the business is not for you, you don't need to sign up or become a distributor or a partner with us to be able to purchase the product. We can get you some product, and you can call the office or get the people on the phone that invited you, and we can share that with you. But for those people that want to do this as a business, there's really 2 options. And I'm going to explain those to you. We have a 1 business center option and a 3 business center option. Now, I told you that you can make in the binary up to $10,000 per position. Now, if you have a 3 business center option, you can make $10,000 3 times. So we're talking $30,000, $10,000 off of each position. Now, if that top position in the 3 business center, if it's qualified, which means you purchase product and are active, all 3 positions are active. You don't need to do 3 different orders. If you hit the top level of the company with position 1, it's basically those position 2 and 3 are at that same level you are. All right. So if people come in and want to do this business big in a big way, I believe that the 3 business center is the option. I mean, might as well go out there and be prepared to make 2 or 3 times the money off of the same work long term. All right. So let me kind of show you the recognition that we do. Our goal is not just to change and help people's lives financially and change people's lives health-wise. We want to show people the world. We want to recognize people. We want to do things for people. We've taken some of our trips that we've gone on so far as Maui. We went to the Grand Wailea Hotel. We've been to the Bahamas. We took some of our leaders to Bled, Slovenia. We've been to Barcelona. We just got done in East Malaysia doing a big event. Some of the next ones coming up that we're going to be doing are going to be in Croatia. We're also going to do a big event in Taiwan. And so we want to show you the world. We don't just want to just talk about lifestyle. We want to help you live the lifestyle. All right? And the thing is I've learned in life, if you want to see success, you got to find people that have seen success and learn from them. That's what you got to do. You got to find people that have done it and are doing it and know how to do it and learn from them. Guys, we know how to do it, and we have a system in place, the RAIN cycle, that we can teach you from the beginning to the end what needs to happen in your business for you to take and turn just a few people into a lot. All right? And the reason that we want to do that, you say, why do I focus on people and building an organization and a team? Well, because the more people we have on a team and an organization, the more people we're going to be able to reach and benefit with our product and what it can do for them. All right? And it's not just this product, but we have other products that are going to be coming down the pipeline that are seed-based, powerful products, guys. The first network marketing company to focus 100% on seeds. It's, like I said, this is what I've waited for. I've been in this industry for over 10 years. This is exactly what I've waited for, and now we have it. And as a company, we saw a 500% growth in sales just last year. And this first quarter alone, we created more product than we did all last year. And we had the best month ever last month. And right now we're paced to do hundreds of thousands of dollars more in sales than we did last month. As you are in the right place at the right time. The thing is it's just not happening here in North America yet, but it's going to. The question is, do you want to be a part of it or not? Do you want to join us? Do you see an opportunity for yourself here? It's not about me, and it's not about what I want, but it's about what this opportunity can do for you and your family and the people that you love and care about. That's really what it comes down to, and we have a system to do that. So let me show you kind of the different kits that people can start with. We have a Rain Builder kit and a Rain Professional kit, and you can see that one has a one business center, which means, as I showed you, you have the one position. The Rain Professional kit, or the Rain Pro kit, has 3 business centers. You also get 10 boxes of product and not 4. You get your back office sites, your replicated company sites, training tools, access to that in the back office, materials, and a lot of stuff that we're doing. And you can see the prices there, plus tax and shipping. Now, we've done one other thing, and that is, as I mentioned, for somebody to be active, these business kits are just that. They're getting you set up to start and build your business. Now, if somebody wants to do this as a business and practice what they preach, there's some business principles. One, it takes money to make money. Guys, we've invested millions and millions into this. We're not asking you to do that same thing. A couple $100 and we'll let you play in the game with our product, okay, which you cannot get at any health food store, where you can only get it in one place, and that's through us. We're the only ones that are doing what we're doing the way we do it. All right, and you can play in the game, and all you're doing is getting some product and getting your business set up as you get things going. All right, now it takes money to make money. The second business principle is there's monthly expenses to do business. Once again, unlike a traditional business, this is very, very minuscule. Buy a couple boxes. Buy a box or 2 or 4 every single month for your family and to build your business. Practice what you preach. Now, we did something by accident that's been a blessing. And in some of our Asian markets, the shipping is not as reliable as we'd like it to be. And we have some of our partners that come into the office to pick up their products monthly. And so they started to ask us, hey, is there any way that I can just purchase a couple of months in advance so that I don't have to keep coming in here every single month? And so we thought, that's not a bad idea. We'll let you do that. We want to support and help our partners that are out there building. And so we did that, and we put together what's called a +6 program, which means people would buy 6 months of auto ship product up front. We gave them a discounted bulk rate. If it did get shipped still, it was 1 shipping fee instead of 6 that we would send every single month. And they were qualified for 6 months just on that. And what we realized and what we saw is people started, and leaders started to hit levels and ranks and have a lot more stability because it was guaranteed volume that was taking place in their organizations. So what we did is we added those to these starter kits. And so the only difference between these kits and the next ones I'm going to show you, the Rain Elite and the Super Elite, is the 6+ program is added onto that, onto everything else that we showed you. All right? And so, usually when you come into a network marketing company and you buy their bigger kit, you're usually just getting a lot more product. Here you're getting a lot more product, but guess what happens in a traditional network marketing company? The next month you got to buy product again to stay active. You have all this product. You really need more product that second month? You don't. So here's the thing. If somebody comes in with our $1,320 kit, hey, they're qualified for 7 months. They don't need to purchase product the next month or the month after or the month after that because your business kit qualifies you the first month, and then you got a +6 program tacked on for the next 6 months after that, which is a total of 7 months. You get bulk product. You have enough product to start your business with and share and teach. You have the 3 business centers. Okay, it's just the way to go if it's feasible. If you can't do it and you don't have the financial resources to do it, don't do it. Do what makes sense for you. But here's the thing, do it. That's the key. Because I tell people, if not this, then what? If not now, then when? Okay, when was the last time you heard about a company that's US-based, that's doing millions in sales, and they haven't even started in the US or North America? And they're coming now after a lot of the bugs and the kinks are worked out. Okay, when was the last time you had a chance to work with company owners that are, because I'm not telling you some side story about how cool we are and how we found this fruit in the jungle, as this is real science. This is the first to market seed-based nutritional network marketing company on the planet. Fact. In one of the biggest demographic as far as melting pot areas in the world, and you're hearing about this first. In a compensation plan that has to build down. All right, working with people from a corporate standpoint that know exactly what you need, because that's what we've done. That's where we've been. That's what I've done, guys. I've been a distributor and a partner in the companies for over 10 years. That's what I've done. This is my first time being on the corporate side. But we know what you need because I know exactly what it's like to be in your shoes. Guys, and that's why we're putting these things together. We're not asking somebody to spend $1,320 unless it's going to benefit them. In this scenario, whether they do the smaller kits or the bigger kits, whatever makes sense for them, we don't have a kit that doesn't have value to do and doesn't have a reason and a purpose. And so I just want you guys to know that here at Rain International, okay, we're not hoping to do good things. We're not hoping that the product works. We're not hoping that people are going to like what we have and that our compensation plan works. We're to a point right now, we know. Okay? We're not testing, you're not the guinea pigs on us as we get started here in North America. Okay? We know this works. And I tell people that if you don't believe me now, you're going to believe me later. But later it's not going to be belief, it's going to be fact. Okay? And I know that we're going to be able to go out and do amazing things here in North America because we've done it in the other markets that we're in, and we're going to do it here, and we're going to do it in a lot more markets in the future too. And it's not because I'm cocky, and it's not because I think that we're, like I said, super neat. It's because we have something that's real. And we're adding real value to people's lives. And we have a product that's real, and we have a compensation plan that works. And so hopefully, like I said, you get what we get. You see what we see. And if you do, get your position. Get your spot now. Don't wait, because we can't stop this. Like I said, we have to build down. And you never know. Maybe somebody's not going to be placed underneath you in the next day or two, but maybe they will. Maybe 10 people will. Maybe 15 people will. And what will that turn into in years and years to come? So get your position, guys. Look forward to doing a lot of exciting things and trainings and meetings as we're getting ramped up here in North America. And what I like to tell people is you can either be a part of history or you can just read about it. And I choose to be a part of it, and I hope you guys do too. And so I'd love to have you join us. If not, get on the product because it is powerful. Get on this product. Even if you're not interested in the business, get on this product. Try it. Test it. Don't just take my word for it. Okay? Test it and see. And I'm pretty confident you're going to have a positive result, and you're going to see some things happen in how you feel that are only going to make you happier with the situation that you're in. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. This is Byron Belka calling in from Springville, Utah. And as we all say here at Rain International, let's go out and make it rain, everybody. Take care. Have a good one.